Hey, good morning. We're going to do, let's see, I think it's the 9th segment in Secrets of a Lifetime. Be sure to watch the very first one. It doesn't have a number, but it's got disclaimer in it and introduction. Today we're going to delve into the topic of time management and productivity. And as usual, I'm committed to try to empower you with knowledge and insights that you need to thrive in life. And some of the things that have helped me that you learn just because you're on the planet, not because you took a class. But so relax. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Accomplishing things in general can be a real challenge, right? If you really want to get something done, or have to get something done, then you'll have to pay attention to time management and productivity. Squeak out the most you possibly can in the shortest period of time. Probably the first thing you should look at is setting priorities. I don't care if you use a scale of 1 to 5 or 1 to 10, but take each thing that you know you need or want to accomplish and give it a weighted value. Then item number 1 should be on the top of the list. It kind of helps to get through all those to-do things. I remember hearing one time that an executive in a company typically has 200 hours worth of things they must get done at any given time period that he may cross off his list, but something will come up. And if he gets finished with some things, other things will come up on his list. So he's always backlogged with about 200 hours. So if you feel overwhelmed, you should pat yourself on the back because you're as worthy as an executive of a large company. Once you know what you want to do, take each one beginning with attach goals to it. If you don't use goals, then that's all just a bunch of wishes. And wishes can be whisked away when the slightest pressure comes about. So be serious about your goals. If you need it in a week, then make it fit in a week. Doing that will solidify the priorities you've been working on. Because if there's not enough room in the week, something must give. So, you readjust over and repeatedly do that. It's called evaluate and readjust. I think one of the best things to increase productivity, though, is to delegate to someone else if that can be done. But if you delegate, give that person the authority to make the decisions so they can get it done and feel good about it. So much more can be accomplished when other people are involved. Of course, you do have to take the time to give clear direction. Without clear direction, you'll be chasing the problem. That's some time on the front end, but it'll save you tons of time over the life of the project that's delegated. When I was in college, I already had 2 kids when I started, and my time was limited. I'd heard that if you pick the same place every day to go do your studying, that's going to save you time. So what I did was I went to the library at the University of Utah in the lower level, basement, if you will, and found a cubicle down there that I could study at and was rarely never interrupted actually. And on that lower level, I could go to that cubicle every day and not think about what's around. I could just study. When I got there, I got to work right away. I didn't have to see who was there or what foot traffic is or anything like that. I never looked around. That elimination of distraction was extremely helpful for me. Eliminating distractions is great, but you can't always eliminate intrusions. Sometimes the members of your team will do that, so it's super important to begin to train yourself to say no. No is powerful. These are often split-second decisions, but saying no keeps you focused. If you can't say no and give them a time when they can come back and talk to you, there's a thing called the 2-minute rule. If someone can tell you in 2 minutes or less while they're there, then take the time to listen. You can also apply that if they're asking you to do something. If it takes you 2 minutes or less, then sure, go ahead and do it. But don't ever lose focus on the big picture. Just pay attention to time and prioritize things, and you'll do fine.